Namaskaram and welcome to all our viewers everywhere. This is our channel in conversation with the Vaggeyakara with Guru Garu Sri Nallan Chakravarti Murthy, and this is your host Kiranmai Ganti. Today is episode 12 in our series. In our last episode, we talked about a volume of keertanas that are composed by Sri Murthy. It is called Nutana Satakeertana Swaravali. And this has 100 plus compositions, keertanas, in various popular and established ragas. And I was asking our Guru Garu the reason behind such a compilation, because one of the many interesting facts about our Vaggeyakara is there is a newness in every composition that he is bringing. And Guru Garu was explaining as a little bit of a side as to why he started composing keertanas and his understanding of how the keertanas are coming about after doing so many varnams. And it was a very nice story that he had relayed to us about how he composed a kriti in Mohana Raga and presented it to his guru, Sri Nutana Satakeertana Garu, on his birthday celebration. So it was a very interesting story, and I think we stopped our episode there. So let's continue and find out more about this volume of keertanas. Guru Garu, welcome. Namaskaram.
Namaste,
Namaskaram, Guru Garu. I'm good. How are you? Hope everything is okay there.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yes.
Let's continue whatever you want to ask.
Yeah, we've started Nutana Satakeertana Swaravali from last episode, so we will take it for this episode also. So we stopped at a juncture where you have told us of the initial kritis that you've composed, and one of it was how you composed a kriti on your Guru Garu and presented him on his birthday. And I think that
I was trying to fall into his good looks sometimes, somehow.
And I don't think you failed there as reciprocated by your Guru Garu. So coming back, we started off with the question of why you composed keertanas in established and the very popular ragas. There are 100 plus kritis in this book of yours. Can we take that up today? And
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say that this volume of Nutana Satakeertana Swaravali is only a compendium of some initial compositions which I have made. As it goes in cricket, how you complete a century. So here also, counting the keertanas and try to see how soon I can reach 100.
Your first century. Oh, wonderful.
But anyway, see, what is the genesis is, I composed a few keertanas in the initial stages. And at that time, my knowledge was very, very limited. Although I had learnt music from Dr. Nutana Satakeertana Garu, but then there was a lot of gap. I was away from my Guruji for almost 30 years. And so that created some kind of a break in my education. Okay, getting more and more of knowledge in Carnatic music. So my mind was occupied more with composing light music songs, devotional songs, and so on. So I was a prolific composer of light music and devotional music in those days.
Yeah.
Since I had very little knowledge, rather not a great knowledge in Carnatic music. So my mind was occupied with what I hear in the films and so on and so forth. So that was a conflict going on in my mind about composing light music songs, devotional songs, and on the other side, my mind was dwelling on what Balamurali used to sing in various kacheris. So that was a conflict going on. What is it which I should do? Okay, and later on, slowly I came to attempt composing, because see, one thing is, I never wanted to be Vaggeyakara. But it so happened that as I went through my journey of inquisitiveness in composership, so I had automatically became a Vaggeyakara. It's all God's grace. That is His design. I have nothing to say about it. Okay.
Understood.
When this conflict in the mind was going on between the light music, film music, devotional music, and on the other side the classical music, pure classical music, and particularly what we used to hear of Balamurali. So that was an important thing which went on in my mind, and the result was, some kind of a half-knowledge composer, getting into composing, trying to see how best he can do any job of composing at all. Okay, so, and normally all of us are religious, and therefore, and I went about thinking about thinking of Lord Ganesh, because that is a sentiment we all have.
They start everything.
Yes. So I thought, okay, I should make the first composition on Lord Ganesh. Only then I will be able to be successful.
Okay.
So that's the kind of, then I started looking at the various compositions on Lord Ganesh.
Okay.
I found that in the raga Keeravani, at that time there was no composition on Lord Ganesh. So I thought, okay, why should I not compose something in Keeravani on Lord Ganesh? I embarked on that.
Okay.
And naturally, some kind of a formation of some composition happened.
Yeah.
I will tell you what it is.
I think I learned this from you. Also, beautiful.
You learned it.
Yes. At that time, when I started doing your Janakaraga Varna Manjaris, Keeravani was something unbeknownst to what you have been going through. Keeravani was something on my mind too. Somehow it appealed. I was looking at your Janakaraga Varnam, Keeravani, and I was so floored by the whole composition.
Was it also that you wanted to learn a composition of Lord Ganesh before?
That just happened right after the Varnam. And it was so beautiful because even I was somehow very much attached to Keeravani at some point. And sorry for the digression, but go ahead.
Yeah. So the composition came up like this. Gananayakam Sada Bharehum Gananayakam Sada Bharehum Gajarajamukam Amara Vinutam Gananayakam Sada Bharehum Pranavakaram Pramadhagadavavyam Pranavakaram Pramadhagadavavyam Pramukham Sumukham Ekadantamukam. These words, to be in rhyme. It almost came instinctively for me. Pramukham, Sumukham, Pramukham, Gaja Gada Bhajeham, Gajarajamukham,
Amaravinutam
Pranayakam, Adideva Sutam, Aparakrupam, Adideva Sutam, Aparakrupam, Agamasanutam, Asurantakam, Adipujitam, Adipujitam, Ajaram, Astrita Palakam, Anantasidhyamurtim, Gananayakam. Now, here my selfishness also came in. How to get my mudra, murti. But it automatically it formed into thinking in terms of Ananta Siddhi Murtim. See, automatically it
blended. Yeah.
So that's how the composition has come. And then one interesting point is the Chittaswara. There is a Chittaswaram in this. Okay?
Yeah.
And composing Chittaswaram is important from the point of somebody asked me, why do you compose Chittaswaram at all? At that time, I told them, spontaneously that, well, you see, basically it is in order to augment the bhava of the composition.
Okay.
Okay? Later on, I also learned that there is an artistic way of composing a Chittaswaram. It should be directly merging from where you left. For example,
yeah. Okay.
Pramukham, Sumukham, Ekadam, Pamagari Richa Nita Pama, Gamapada Nita, Richa Nita Pamaga, Richa Nita Pama, Pamagari Riga, Rigamapadani, Sarigamagari, Pamagari, Richa Nita Pama, Gamapadani, Richa Nita Pama, Papada, Dani, Nita, Sari, Riga.
Gama Pamagarisa Pamagarisa
Pamagarisa Rita Nita Pamagarisa So it also, one thing is, it goes harmoniously where you have left off in the Anupallavi. One thing. Second thing is, it also gives you some kind of a picture of what you're talking in the composition. That is important. You remember, we have discussed, when we have discussed about Varnam, we have said the Pallavi and Anupallavi that bhava should be reflected in the Muktaiswaram.
Muktaiswaram.
And the Charanas philosophy should be reflected in the Charanaswaras.
Charanaswaras.
Same thing should also follow here, that a Chittaswaram should also have some kind of a representation of the entire philosophy of the composition. So that's how this Chittaswaram had been created.
Okay, beautiful.
This is the first composition I made. Okay. Later on, then I was dwelling on in this area, and then one more small composition has come. For example, this is Maravina Vemam. మొరవినవే మమ్మా మొరవినవే మమ్మా నాయడ పరిభావమా మొరవినవే మమ్మా నాయడ పరిభావమా నేను పతరమా మొరవినవే మమ్మా వైరమా నీకిది న్యాయమా వైరమా నీకిది న్యాయమా నే భారమా వైరమా నీకిది భార న్యాయమా నే భారమా ఇటు పరాకునుటివి మొరవినవే మమ్మా నాయడ పరిభావమా నేను పతరమా మొరవినవే మమ్మా ధర్మమెరుగనని విముఖమా ధర్మమెరుగనని విముఖమా ఏ మర్మమెరుంగని అవేజుడా ధర్మమెరుగనని విముఖమా ఏ మర్మమెరుంగని అవేజుడా కర్మములెల్లను కరుణను కరగిల్చి కర్మములెల్లను కరుణను కరగిల్చి ధర్మ మార్గమిమ్ము నిర్మలమూర్తి మొరవినవే మమ్మా ఏడ పరిభావమా నేను పతరమా మొరవినవే మమ్మా. So here also you see my mudra has come as a part of another word Nirmalamurti. Earlier it has come as Ananta
Siddhamurti. Ananta Siddhamurti.
Now it has come in Nirmalamurti. Somebody commented, one of the I think literatures has commented, this Murti is a very peculiar name. It fits in anything and everything. Only put it as a Chagaraja Mutta always.
Yes.
Now he has a flexibility, such a flexibility that his name can be part of any other adjectives also.
Correct. So beautiful in Kiravani. Okay.
So this was a very small keertana, a devotional keertana. But everybody has some kind of an ego that I should be able to compose something, which is more difficult. Human psychology is to attempt something, which is a little more difficult. So in Carnatic music, Vaggeyakara keertanas are considered, are a
challenge, difficult.
More concentrated knowledge in that. Okay? So I thought of, why will I be able to compose a Vaggeyakara keertana? Then I attempted that, and it has come out as a good composition. Jnana Bhikshaniyave. That is also there in this Nutana Satakeertana Swaravali. And it is a Vaggeyakara keertana having a number of sangatis. In those days, when I was new to this composing and a little novice in Carnatic music itself, I used to think that, we should be able to make a number of sangatis. Like, we have seen Darini Telu Chukunti. Okay? Like that. Oh, you should have complicated sangatis. Only then it will become an interesting composition, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
My approach is something different. It should be as simple as possible. Sangati should be only instinctive, natural, as if we are talking to each other.
Okay.
After in a kirtana, you are talking to your god or goddess. You don't make artificial sangatis and then talk to her, is it not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It comes to your mind, you try to augment that. That's all.
Yes.
Augment the bhava, that's all. So, sangatis are meant for augment the bhava. To show off your ability in Carnatic music.
Okay.
It should be instinctive, natural. That's all.
Wonderful.
So this is another comment which I made, and it has been appreciated by some people.
So the three
episode about my composing keertanas in Keeravani.
I was just going. So these are three keertanas in Keeravani that belong to this volume. Wonderful. Yeah, you were just mentioning about sangatis for the sake of augmenting the bhava and not just to exhibit the grammar that you know. And that is a very, very important realization an artist should make. We have talked about it in our private classes and our sessions. This particular aspect calls for episodes on their own, which I'm looking forward to discussing with you.
I will also talk about this approach to sangatis. Sangatis.
Yes.
I will sometime more elaborately talk about.
Definitely. These are episodes that have a complete stand on their own. I don't even know how many we can go into it, because every kirtana, every ragam lends such a different flavor. So yeah, we will delve on those a little later once we have given our viewers an overview of all your compositions. We will take it up. Thank you, Guru Garu. Thank you so much. Lovely compositions in Keeravani. Viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this. We will take up, I think, probably will extend the Nutana Satakeertana Swaravali's episode maybe one or two more. We'll see. We will let's see how the conversation goes with our Guru Garu. So we'll see what we can do in the next one. And again, if you have specific questions, queries and doubts and need answers in Carnatic classical music, please do send us those questions in the comments below. We will try to address them. Please like and share and subscribe to this channel. This is your host again signing off for today. Hope to see you in the next episode. Namaskaram and goodbye.